Good morning, dear students. Welcome back to our science class. In the last class, we discussed our third lesson, food habits of animals. Today, we are going to discuss eating habits of animals and caring for animals. Once again, I'm going to revise. We can divide animals on the basis of their food habits. We can divide them into three: herbivorous animals, carnivorous animals, and omnivorous animals. The first one is herbivorous animals. Herbivorous animals means all plant-eating animals are called herbivorous. Cow, goat, horse, elephant are examples for herbivorous. Then the next one is carnivorous animals. All flesh-eating animals are called carnivorous animals. Lion, tiger, cheetah are examples for carnivorous animals. All of you remember, animals that eat the flesh of other animals, it is called carnivorous animals. Then the third one is omnivorous animals. Omnivorous animals means there are some animals they eat both plant food and animal food. It is called omnivorous animals. Bears, pig, crows and human beings are examples for omnivorous animals. Then we discuss about a small topic, food chain. A food chain is a linear network of links in a food web starting from producer organisms and ending at a decomposer species. A food chain that also shows how organisms are related to each other by the food they eat. Each level of food chain represents a different trophic level. The term food chain refers to the sequence of events in an ecosystem where one organism eats another and then is eaten by another organisms. They are the basic unit of any ecosystem. Next, we are going to discuss eating habits of different animals. Different animals eat different types of food. The kind of food they eat depends upon the shape of their mouth, jaws, and teeth. All of you remember, different animals have different eating habits. The kind of food they eat that depends upon the shape of their mouth, jaws, and teeth. Some animals that swallow their food. Frog, lizard, and snake, they do not use teeth to bite or chew the food. Most of the animals, they eat their food by chewing or biting with their teeth. As in the case of frog, lizard, and snake, they do not use teeth to bite or to chew the food. The eating habits of food in frog, lizard, and snake is swallowing. Frogs and lizards that catch their prey with the help of a sticky tongue. The snake can open its mouth very wide to swallow its prey. They do not use their teeth to bite the food. Frogs and lizards that catch their prey with the help of a sticky tongue, and snake can open its mouth very wide to swallow its prey. Dear students, do you know snake can eat animals which are bigger than them in size? Some animals chew the cud. Animals like cow, buffalo, and camel first nibble their food and put it inside their bodies. Some animals that chew the cud. Animals when they relaxed, they bring back the part of the food from inside into their mouth. They then chew it properly. This is called chewing the cud. These animals have very strong and broad back teeth which help them in chewing. These are the characteristic features of herbivorous animals. They have flat and broad front teeth to bite off leaves and grass. Their strong back teeth that helps them to chew the food well. Then there are some animals that tear their food. Animals like lion, dog, fox and cat first tear the flesh with their sharp pointed front teeth. They then chew it with their grinding teeth. In carnivorous animals, we have seen very sharp pointed front teeth, which helps them to tear the flesh. The broad and flat teeth at the back that helps them to chew the flesh. Some animals that know their food. Rabbit, squirrel and rat, they have sharp front chisel-like teeth. With these teeth, they can bite even hard and rough food grains and other things. Here we can see these animals have sharp front chisel-like teeth. With these teeth, they can bite even hard and rough food grains and other things. And then some animals suck their food. Insects like butterfly, mosquitoes and leech, they have a long hollow tube-like structures. This helps them to suck their food. Leech is a worm-like insect which feeds by attaching itself to some other animals and they suck its blood. Okay, insects like butterfly, mosquitoes and leech, they have a long hollow tube-like structures. This helps them to suck their food. Do you know an elephant uses its trunk to pluck leaves and push them into its mouth? Its trunk also helps it in sucking water. We all know that elephant use its trunk to pluck the leaves and push them into its mouth. And then its trunk also helps them to sucking water. In cats and dogs, we can see they use their tongues to lap up water or milk. Their sharp teeth helps them to bite and tear piece of meat. Next we are going to discuss about caring for animals. Animals living in wild can take care of themselves. Domestic animals which live with us need our help and care. Animals which give us milk, they need to be fed with grains, fodder and lots of clean water. We can see many animals like cow, horse, donkey, goat, hen on a farm. They are useful in many ways. We should give them good food and a clean shelter in order to help them stay healthy. Poultry birds like hen and duck, they should be fed with grains and water. The shelter of all these animals should be clean, dry and airy. The shelter of all these animals should be clean. Pet animals need to be protected from hot and cold weather. Sick animals should be separated from healthy ones and get treated. They should be taken to a veterinary doctor immediately. These are the caring for animals. We can keep the domestic animals happy and disease-free by giving them care and love. Dear students, all of you take your textbook and open page number 212. Eating habits of animals. Herbivores like cows, horses, giraffes, sheep and goats. They have flat and broad front teeth to bite off leaves and grass. Their strong back teeth helps them to chew the food well. Have you ever seen a cow eating grass? It swallows the grass first. Later, it brings the grass back into its mouth and chews it for a long time. This is called chewing the cud. All of you underline the sentence. The cow that swallows the grass first and later it brings the grass back into its mouth and chews it for a long time. This is called chewing the cud. The eating habits of cow, we can see after filling up on grass, cows find a place to lay down to more thoroughly chew their food. This process is called swallowing. Unswallowing, re-chewing and re-swallowing is called rumination, or more commonly chewing the cud. Rumination enables cows to chew grass more completely, which improve digestion. A cow has 4 stomachs. Okay, so the rumination process that enables cows to chew grass more completely, which improve digestion. Take next page. A rabbit eats carrots. A squirrel eats nuts. Observe how they eat. These animals have sharp front teeth which helps them to bite the food. They know the food. Here we can see the animals, rabbit and squirrel. They have very sharp front teeth that helps them to bite the food and know the food. Here the word know, G-N-A-W. Know means nibble the food. In Malayalam, no means നമ്മൾ കേട്ടിട്ടുണ്ട് ആനിമൽസ് ഫുഡ് കരണ്ട് തിന്നുക, കാർന്ന് തിന്നുക എന്നൊക്കെ കേട്ടിട്ടുണ്ട്. അപ്പോൾ സ്ക്വിറലിലും റാബിറ്റ്സിലും നമുക്കവർ ഫുഡ് കാർന്ന് തിന്നുന്നതായിട്ട് കാണാനായിട്ട് പറ്റും. അപ്പം അതിനെ അവരെ ഹെൽപ്പ് ചെയ്യുന്നതാണ് their sharp front teeth which helps them to bite the food. Okay, then the next one is carnivores. Carnivores like tigers, lion, foxes and dogs, they have very sharp pointed front teeth which helps them to tear the flesh. The broad and flat teeth at the back that helps them to chew the flesh. In the case of carnivores, carnivores are flesh-eating animals. Carnivores like tigers, lion, foxes and dog, they have very sharp and pointed front teeth that helps them to tear the flesh. The broad and flat teeth at the back that helps them to chew the flesh. Then the next one is omnivores. Omnivores are both plant-eating and animal-eating animals. They eat both plant food and animal food. Omnivores have sharp teeth in front to bite into piece of meat. They also have flat teeth at the back which allow them to chew the food before swallowing. Okay, in the case of carnivores, they have sharp and pointed front teeth that helps them to tear the flesh because they are flesh-eating animals, and the broad and flat teeth at the back that helps them to chew the flesh. In the case of omnivores, we can see they have sharp teeth in front that helps them to bite into a piece of meat, and their flat teeth at the back that helps them to chew the food before swallowing. Then let us now learn about how other animals eat. Here we can see snake. Snake do not have chewing teeth. They cannot chew their food, so they swallow their food whole. Snakes do not have chewing teeth. They do not have chewing teeth, so they swallow their food whole. They cannot chew their food. They swallow their food. And in the case of mosquito, a mosquito has a sharp hollow tube in its mouth. It sucks your blood with the help of this tube. We can see a mosquito has 47 teeth, and a mosquito has a sharp hollow tube that helps a mosquito to suck blood with the help of this tube. Okay, then in the case of butterfly, a butterfly also has a long hollow tube in its mouth. It sucks the nectar of flowers. A butterfly has long hollow tube that helps the butterfly to suck the nectar from the flowers. Okay. Take next page. Lizards and frogs swallow their food without chewing. A frog has a long, sticky tongue for catching its prey. When a frog sees an insect, it sticks out its tongue and catches the insect. The insect sticks to its tongue. Then the frog rolls back the tongue into its mouth. A chameleon also has the same type of tongue. Here we can see lizard, frog and chameleon. In these three animals, we can see they swallow their food without chewing. They have long sticky tongue for catching its prey. It sticks out its tongue and the insects are catchers. The insect sticks into the tongue, then they rolls back the tongue into its mouth. Okay. Then the next one is dog and cat. In the case of dogs and cats, they use their tongue to lap up water and milk. Their sharp teeth that helps them to bite and tear pieces of meat. Cat and dog, they use their tongue to lap up water and milk, and they have sharp teeth that helps them to bite and tear the meat. Then the next one is elephants. We can see trunk of an elephant. It helps the elephant to break off branches of leaves and put them into its mouth. It also helps the elephant to suck up water. Okay, we can see in elephants the trunk. The trunk helps an elephant to break off branches and leaves and put them into its mouth. And it also helps them to suck up water. And you can see the giraffe that using its long neck to reach the leaves of all trees. In giraffe, it's the long neck that helps a giraffe to reach the leaves of tall trees. Then the next one is caring for animals. You can see many animals like cows, horse, donkeys, ox, goat, sheep and hens on a farm. They are useful in many ways. Cows, buffaloes and goats gives you milk. Sheep gives you wool. Horse, donkeys and ox carry heavy load. Hens and ducks give you eggs. You should look after these animals. You should give them good food and a clean shelter in order to help them stay healthy. Here we can see there are some animals. These animals like cow, horse, donkey, sheep, goat, hen that are useful in many ways. Cow, buffaloes and goats that gives us milk. Sheep gives us wool. Horse and donkey that helps to carry heavy loads. And in the case of poultry birds, that is hen and duck that gives us egg. So we should keep them clean and stay healthy. We should give them good food and a clean shelter in order to help them stay healthy. Some of you keep animals like cats and dogs as pets. They need to be taken care of. You should feed them well and help them stay safe and healthy. Animals are your friends. They need all your love and care. Okay. There are some animals we keep such animals as pet. We need to care these animals well because we help them to stay safe and healthy. Because animals are our friends, they need all love and care. Dear students, once again I am going to revise what we learned in our third lesson, food and feeding habits of animals. Different animals have different feeding habits. All living things, they need food to grow and live. Food gives us energy and we need food to remain healthy. On the basis of their food habits, we can classify animals into three: herbivorous animals, carnivorous animals, and omnivorous animals. Plant-eating animals that are called herbivores or herbivorous animals. They eat grass, leaves, fruits, nuts and roots. Here we can see cow, buffalo, zebra, goat, deer, horse and elephant are examples for herbivores. Here herba means plant and vorous means eater. So herbivores means plant eating animals. Then the next one is carnivorous animals. Carnivorous animals means flesh eating animals. Flesh eating animals are called carnivorous animals. Dog, cat, lion, tiger and fox are examples for carnivorous animals. Carn means flesh and vorous means eater. So carnivorous means flesh eating animals. Then omnivorous animals. Here the word omni means all and vorous means eater. So they eat both plants and flesh of animals. Such animals are called omnivorous animals. Bear, crow and also human beings are examples for omnivorous animals. Human beings eat both plants and flesh of animals. Then the next one is how animals feed. Different animals eat different types of food. The manner of eating is different. Their mouth is also modified to suit their mode of eating. Some animals swallow their food. Birds have no teeth. They swallow their food whole. Lizards and snakes have very small teeth. They are not useful for chewing. Help in grabbing the food. So, snakes and lizards that swallow whole food. They eat mice and frogs. Snakes can separate out their jaws to open their mouth wide, which helps them swallow prey bigger than their mouth. Some animals that use their tongue to catch food. Frogs and lizards have long and sticky tongue. Birds also swallow some stones along with their food. Stones helps in crushing the grains they eat. Some animals they tear, grind and chew their food. Example, lion, tiger, they have sharp, pointed and curved front teeth, have a strong grinding teeth at the back to chew the food. Crocodiles and alligators have a large mouth, have large, sharp and pointed teeth. They snap at animals which come to drink water. Teeth have powerful jaws that helps them to grab even big animals and tear their flesh. There are some animals that chew and swallow their food. Herbivores like deer and giraffe that eat grass and leaves. They have broad, flat and sharp front teeth to cut their food. Cow, buffaloes, they bite the grass and swallow it. Later, they bring back the food into their mouth and chew it slowly. Elephants use their trunk to tear off grass and branches and put it in their mouth. Elephants have large grinding teeth to chew and grind their food. They also drink water with the help of their trunk. And some animals that nibble their food. Mice and rabbits, they nibble their food and they have sharp front teeth. These animals eat their food by taking small bites. Then next one, lapping of liquid food. Cats and dogs that lap liquids like water, milk with their tongue. Here, cats have rough tongue and have sharp edged surface which helps them to lap liquids and groom their fur. And then there are some animals they suck their food. Butterflies and mosquitoes have a feeding tube in place of mouth. This tube is called proboscis and it works like a straw. The uses of the proboscis to suck liquids like nectar from the flowers. Mosquitoes uses it to suck food. Then the next one is food from domestic animals. Different domestic animals are used for different purposes. Here, cow, goats and camels are used for milk. Sheep and hens are used for meat. Then the poultry birds like hen and ducks that are used for eggs. Buffaloes and horses are help us for farming. Then horses, donkeys that are helps us to carry loads. Domestic animals depends on us for their food. Different domestic animals need different types of food. Domestic animals should be kept in a clean place and helps them stay safe and healthy. Dear students, now we finished our third lesson. So all of you try to read and understand the lesson. Coming Wednesday, you will have Google Meet. Okay children, see you next class. Thank you.